Hello, my name's Erin. Welcome. We're going to be participating in a little short yoga practice. I am a yoga teacher here with the town of Halton Hills. I'm also a mom of 3 boys, and I practice yoga a lot at home. This is a great way to get moving when we're stuck indoors a little bit more. This is basically a collection of my favorite things I like to do with yoga, so please follow along and feel free to modify or do as you need, and this is a really welcoming practice for everyone in your family. We're going to start with our legs crisscross, applesauce, or Sukhasana, which is easy seated pose. So find a spot in your house, on your mat, and let's take an opportunity right now to have your eyes float closed. I'd like you to bring your palms up, if that feels comfortable, or your palms can stay down on your legs. And let's just become aware of our breath right now. Noticing how our inhales and exhales feel through our nostrils. We want to check in with our breath and see how we're feeling today. Give yourself a little scan of your body and see, are you feeling good? Are you feeling bad? Let's take this opportunity to move and breathe together. This practice is going to have a warm-up. We're going to move and create a little bit of heat and then end with some stretching. So let's begin that right now. Let's reach our arms above us, reaching our fingertips towards the ceiling with a deep inhale. Then we're going to hook our thumbs, give a little stretch to our shoulders, and then when we exhale, we're going to bring our right fingertips down towards the mat, and then we're going to reach over to one side, stretching the left side of our body, giving a nice little stretch. Then we're going to inhale, reach our fingertips up towards the ceiling, and exhale, come down to the other side, stretching the other side of our body. Warming up here. Take a deep breath. And then we're going to reach our fingertips one more time up towards the ceiling. And we're going to float our hands and our palms together to our heart center spot. So we're going to begin to move. And how we're going to move is we're going to turn our body to the right. So if you're practicing with someone, you can look over at them and give them a little smile. Then we're going to inhale, and then we're going to exhale to our other side. Let's do 2 more that way. So it's going to be inhale, exhale, twist, inhale, center, and exhale, twist. The next 2, we're going to just add our arms open. So it's inhale, center, and exhale, open our arms up wide, gazing over our right thumb. Inhale, center, and exhale, twist. 1 more that way. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, and exhale, twist. And then we'll come right back to center. And from center, we're going to transition onto hands and knees now. So we're going to make a table shape with our body here. So the alignment, we're getting into our position for our cat and cow breath. And this is where we can have a little bit of fun with our cat and cow breath. So our cow breath, we drop our tummy down and our gaze comes upward. And our cat breath, we curl and our head drops and our back arches. If you'd like to add a moo and meow with our breath, feel free to add those audible sounds. Otherwise, it's an inhale and an exhale. Inhale for our cow breath. Exhale for our cat breath. 2 more this way. Inhale and exhale. Let's do that last one and hold it just for an extra stretch, opening up, and then exhale, curl. Let the head dangle down. Let's find ourselves back in that all fours position. And what we're going to do, you're going to take your right leg behind you. So it's almost like a tail of a cat for our cat and cow breath. Option here to either keep your right leg behind you or reach your left arm in front of you. So coming on to opposite arm and leg. Taking a breath here. And then exhale, place the hand and the knee back down. And let's switch over to the other side. So bring that tail for our cat out. And then if you want, reach your arm forward. Extending through the body. You can even give your cattail a little wiggle if you want. And then we're going to exhale, bring the hand and knee back down to the mat. We're gonna now curl our toes and set up for our first downward facing dog. So our down dog, we curl our toes, press our hands into the mat, and lift our hips up towards the ceiling. So we're making this triangle pose. This is an inversion. This might be the most popular, famous pose in yoga in some ways. This is our down dog. So taking a breath in our down dog, and from our down dog, we're gonna transition to a forward fold. And how we're gonna do it, we're gonna make it a little bit more fun by walking our feet like we're on a tightrope up towards our hands to find our feet between our hands and our body in a forward fold. Here you want your tummy coming close to the top of your legs, head hangs down. Taking a deep breath in our forward fold, saying hello to our toes. And then we're gonna curl ourselves up really, really slowly to find ourselves at our top of our mat. We're gonna do our sun dance now. It's a modification of the sun salute. So I'd like you to come to the top of your mat and follow along with me. So first of all, we're gonna find our mountain pose, and I'll show you mountain pose facing forward like this. Feet can be hip distance apart, or we can have toes that can come to touch. Palms are facing forward, so that's our mountain. That's our reset pose. So from our mountain, we're gonna reach our fingertips up towards the ceiling, and then we're gonna hinge at the hips and just dive down into that forward fold position again and saying hello to our toes. Then we're gonna plant our hands and we're gonna walk our feet back into that downward facing dog. So once we've found our dog position, we're gonna float forward to plank, top of the push-up. Option to lower the knees down or lower ourselves all the way down onto our belly. We're gonna place our fingers, our hands and our fingertips kind of underneath our shoulders here. And we're gonna take an inhale, and the inhale is for our cobra, our snake. Let's put that forehead back down and try that one more time. Inhale. We don't want to press the hands in too much, just that little snake. And if you want to make a little slithering sound like a snake, go ahead. Forehead goes back down. We're going to curl the toes, press through table. Then we're going to curl the toes, step back, downward facing dog. We're going to come into that three-legged dog now. So right leg lifts up off the mat. And then we're going to bend the right leg, try to touch our heel to the other leg. And then we're going to draw our knee in between us, bringing it to come between our hands. Placing our left knee down on the mat for this low lunge or our lizard. So in our lizard, our hands come in between our leg here, or your hands can stay on either side of your leg. This is a low lunge. Taking a breath here. And then we're going to exhale, curl the toes, step back, downward facing dog. And in yoga, we want to remember to do whatever we do on one side, we make sure we do it on the other. So let's lift our other leg up. Bend, try to tickle the back of your leg with your heel. And then draw your knee in towards your body, finding it planting between the hands. Dropping the right leg down to the mat. Hands can either come inside of the leg or on either side for that lizard. Breathing here. Taking a nice deep breath. And then we're going to exhale, curl those toes one more time, come back, downward facing dog. Option here to walk, hop, or step the feet between the hands to find ourselves in that forward fold again. From here, we're just going to sweep the arms up towards the ceiling, and then palms come back to heart center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And then we hinge at the hips, bend forward, hello toes. And then we plant our hands, walk our feet back into that downward facing dog. We take that in breath to plank, and then we out breath, lower. In breath, snake or cobra, out breath, lower. Let's try and add on to this. Bring your fingertips back towards your toes, and we're gonna come into a Superman. So that inhale, we lift everything up off the mat. And then we exhale, let it go. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders, curl your toes, back, downward facing dog. Taking a breath in our down dog, option to walk, hop, or step your feet between your hands to find ourselves in that forward fold again. From our forward fold, we're gonna sweep our arms up, fingertips coming up to the ceiling, and then we're gonna exhale our hands to heart center. Wonderful. Now that the body's a bit warm, we're gonna try our balancing. So we're gonna do our tree pose today, which is a very common pose in yoga. But it's a great one to do with people around you too. I don't have anyone with me, but it is fun to do with a group or with my kids. So let's plant through our left leg, and then we're gonna draw our right leg either up to our ankle, calf, or inner thigh, avoiding the knee joint here. So once we've found our version of tree, hands can stay on hips, hands can come to our heart center, or we can grow our branches up nice and tall. If someone's beside you, you can have a hand holding on, or you can be facing each other and palms can come to touch. And it's okay to wiggle and sway in our tree. We'll take one more deep inhale here, and then exhale our hands back to heart center. Before we place our foot down, draw your leg in towards your chest for a breath, balancing on one leg, and then letting it all go. You can shake that leg out, and we're gonna switch over to the other side. So planting through our right leg, drawing our opposite leg to either ankle, calf, or inner thigh, avoiding the knee joint again. Finding our version of tree on our other side, palms at heart center, where we can let our branches grow. Checking in with ourselves here and remembering to smile. This is fun. This is something different. We're moving our bodies and we're breathing. Enjoying this practice either alone or with our families. One more inhale, and then we're gonna exhale our hands back down, drawing that knee into the chest again for a breath, and then exhale, letting it go. We're gonna come back to the top of our mat to work our way down for a couple of things on the ground. So we're gonna inhale, reach those fingertips up towards the ceiling, and exhale to that forward fold again. Hello, toes. We're gonna walk our feet back into our downward facing dog. And from down dog, we're gonna place our knees onto the mat, and then we're gonna come onto our seat here. So we're gonna do a little work for our abdominal muscles in boat pose. So our setup here is we're on our seat, feet are hip distance apart, knees are bent. We're gonna drop our chest back a little bit, arms come out, option one. Option two is taking our feet off the mat. So once we've found our version of boat pose, we can make it a little more fun by rowing our boat. So just imagining you're having an oar in your hand and going from either side, rowing our boat from side to side. Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Stretch yourself out into your expression of boat pose, and then bring the feet back down onto the mat. We're gonna flip that the other way now. We're gonna draw our hands behind us, feet stay in the same position, and we're gonna come up to our reverse table. This is a nice stretch for the front of your body. So we're gonna inhale, and on our exhale, tummy comes up towards the ceiling. Taking a deep breath here, and then we're gonna add a tap to this. So we're gonna inhale, tap it down, exhale up. Inhale, tap it down, exhale up. Inhale, tap it down, and exhale up. Hold that one for an extra breath. Imagine you could actually place something on your tummy while you're doing that. And then let it go. Wonderful. We've worked our front body, we've worked our back body, and now we're gonna wind our practice down with a nice forward fold. So we're gonna bring our feet to this butterfly position here. So soles of the feet come together. The feet can either be tucked in tight towards the body, or the diamond shape can be a little wider. It really depends on what feels good in your body. This might be enough, just sitting up straight with our feet in this diamond shape. Otherwise, We can walk our fingertips forward and allow our head to come down, allowing ourselves to come into this sort of cocooned position here and breathing deeply. Let's hold this for 3 deep breaths. Another inhale and exhale. One last inhale and then exhale, let it go. If you want to hang out in here longer, you can come later and try that position. So now that we're back up to seated, we're going to come onto our shins to wrap up our practice today. So if it's uncomfortable to be on your shins, you can come back to cross-legged if that feels better for you. Finding a long, tall spine here as we finish up our practice. Palms can either come down onto your thighs or they can face upward. And I'm going to encourage everyone to close their eyes just for a moment and check in with our breath, check in with our feeling. We're going to take a few breaths with our eyes closed just to close up our practice today. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. One more inhale through the nose. One more exhale through the nose. Our eyes flutter open softly, and we're going to inhale, sweep our arms up towards the ceiling, giving a little back bend as we reach our fingertips as high as they can go. Palms come to touch, hands come right to heart center. We've come to the end of our practice today. Thank you so much, everyone who's joined us here. My name is Erin, and it was a pleasure to lead you through this short practice. Have a wonderful day. And at the end of a yoga practice, we say the words namaste. And namaste has many meanings, but to me, it really means my light is able to shine a little brighter because your light was shining as well. And I can feel that shining through when people are practicing online with me. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.